The Deputy Leader.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Education. Does the Minister accept responsibility for the distress caused to students yesterday during the NAPLAN online disruption?
Minister for Education.
Look, I thank the member for the question, although I'm disappointed in the way that she has phrased it, because, of course, the government is progressing the NAPLAN online rollout to the timetable set when the member for Port Adelaide was the Minister for Education.
Order.
The rollout of NAPLAN online is set to start last year, which we did with 140 schools, continue this year with 500 schools, and, of course, the plan set by the member for Port Adelaide was that in 2020 all of our schools will be on NAPLAN online. Now, there were some series of issues that happened yesterday that I'm very happy to provide some information to the House about. Of course, in moving to NAPLAN online, it's important to note that there are reasons we are doing so. This is a more responsive test. This is a test that, when it is fully rolled out, will enable the provision of answers, the provision of results to teachers and to parents more quickly, which is incredibly beneficial to the outcomes for students. What happened yesterday at a number of schools were minor inconveniences. What happened at some schools were major inconveniences. And the backup plans were put in place. We had significant technical support on hand to handle calls and to assist schools that had errors. Some of those were able to be resolved within a matter of minutes. Some of them, indeed 3 schools yesterday, had to go to the backup, which was the paper and pen tests, as per the protocols put in place by the national body, as per the state's rollout. Now, there are significant benefits to NAPLAN online as opposed to the paper and pen tests, and indeed the tens of thousands of students who undertook their writing test yesterday and who were able to successfully complete their writing test yesterday, I'm confident, had a better experience than those who were doing the paper and pen tests. We know that those who had a disruption, it's very unfortunate, and we are asking very serious questions about how that took place, and it is very disappointing. The member for Port Adelaide casts this in a catastrophic light that I think is increasing the stress. But it is important to note that the whole idea that this NAPLAN is a high-stakes test is something that needs to be dispelled. NAPLAN is there as a check on individual performance, academic development of a student. And it was worth noting, I've come to understand the Facebook page called Mouths of Mums is an incredibly important resource for this. And statements on that from parents talking about how they have presented their NAPLAN tests to their children have been examples where my kid is fine, I haven't made a big deal out of it, so he's not fussed about it. We've never made a big deal about it, so there's never been an issue yet with any of my kids. It is important, as kids are undergoing their NAPLAN tests, that we do not set this up as a high-stakes test, but indeed a check on how they're going. And in that context, it's important. We do not want to inconvenience our schools nor our students as they do that. But if there have been examples where students have had an interruption to the way they're doing their tests, the idea that it is the end of the world, that it is catastrophic, as the member for Port Adelaide is suggesting, is in fact doing the opposite of what she always argued as a minister. It is in fact suggesting that it's a higher stakes test than it is. It's not a high stakes test. It's a diagnostic check on how a student is going. And those students should not be stressed because they should not be stressed because it is not a high stakes test.
There's a point of order.
Yes, the Minister was quoting directly from a document. I'd ask you to table it.
The document, I don't believe, A, was not public, B, I was looking astutely, member for West Torrens, because I anticipated this point of order, and it appeared that the Minister for Education was quoting off some notes, which I believe he has in his hand.
I can clarify, sir. These are notes that I wrote having had a look at the website in question, and I'm happy to table them for the assistance of the member for West Torrens.
Thank you.